Padres pregame thoughts here. The Padres and the Red Sox. Game 2 of this series. Obviously a 3-game set. Tomorrow the series finale. Today it's a weird start time, 7:10. I don't really know the reason why. The Padres may have announced that. If they did, I think I missed that. But 7:10 instead of 5:40. Chris Sale on the mound for the Red Sox tonight. Joe Musgrove on the mound for the Padres. This was the pitching matchup that I said earlier this week that I was the most excited for. The other two, tomorrow, Kluber, Walker. Last night, Snell was pitching for the Padres. And then the Red Sox going with James Paxton. Musgrove, Sale, Sale, Bogarts especially, because they have been teammates for so long. Getting to see that, I'm sure that'll be weird for Bogarts. He's in the lineup today, by the way, hitting third, playing short. As you would imagine, the Padres, they have stacked some righties up at the top. It's technically 5 or 6 righties in a row if you go 7, 8, 9. Dixon, Azocar, Nola, Tatis, Kim, Bogarts, and then you got Soto as the 4-hitter, Cruz DHing, and then Crony hitting 6th at second. Dixon playing first base again. It doesn't seem like the Padres really want to have Cruz and Carpenter playing very much at the same time, at least starting the game together, because that means that one of their bats, they can't use them whenever they want off of the bench, right? So Azocar's in there today. Carpenter, obviously a left on left. They're not going to have that. They're going to have Cruz in there. Azocar, he had one rehab game, and he gets called up. Adam Engel, he has been designated for assignment. He only had 6 at-bats with the team, but it was pretty clear, he was not going to be the solution for the Padres in center field. He's an okay defensive outfielder, maybe even better than okay, but I thought he was pretty much just okay with the Padres in center field. The one thing we're going to remember about Adam Engel defensively is the mistake that he made at Dodger Stadium with Musgrove on the mound, where he took a couple steps back, and then that led to a big inning by the Dodgers right out of the gate. Was that last weekend? But yeah, it was last weekend. Man, it feels like a long time ago because that Royals series just happened, right? But anyway, Engel, didn't get a whole lot of time. There was that hamstring strain that he had in spring training, so he didn't start the season with the Padres, but it was pretty clear, this guy was not going to be the everyday center fielder because of his offense. And I'm not saying Azocar will, but the Padres, they're more familiar with him. It's a cheaper contract. Might as well do it. And so they're going to have Azocar in there tonight. They have Grish. Maybe he'll start tomorrow because it's back-to-back days now that he's not starting after having a terrible game in that Kansas City game. So that's how the lineup looks right now. By the way, Azocar went 2 for 4 in his only rehab game, so he must be fine. And maybe the Padres didn't even really want to send him on a rehab, but they just felt like, hey, let's just do it. Let's have him play a game and make sure he's good before bringing him up. And then when Adam Engel popped up with the bases loaded last night in a 3-1 count there with 2 outs and Nando on deck, they were like, all right, let's get this guy out of here. Red Sox, their lineup, Verdugo, Masataka Yoshida, and then Tristan Casas, Devers, Jarren Duran, Tapia. Raimel Tapia's with that team, huh? Did not know that. Kike Hernandez, he is going to be their shortstop. Valdez, and then Connor Wong, he is going to be catching for them. It's going to be a good matchup, I think. I'm excited. I know that some Padres fans now, the way that they're playing, it's like, man, I'm not really excited to watch this team tonight because it's not great. By the way, Padres, breaking news from Jeff Sanders. They just signed Kevin Plawecki to a minor league deal, so he's going to be playing for El Paso, which is interesting. So a little live reaction there as I'm filming this pregame thoughts. Plawecki, major league veteran, and I would not be surprised to see him up at the big league level for either probably Brett Sullivan, over Austin Nola. So I would not be surprised to see Nola and Sullivan, or not Nola and Sullivan, Nola and Plawecki, together maybe this next road trip at some point. Because I think the Padres, the way they're playing, they're growing impatient. And you're obviously not going to get rid of the big guys. But these smaller depth pieces, I think they want to change that around if it's not working. And the catching position, it's not really working right now. Center field position wasn't working, made a change there. So catching position, not working. Maybe Plawecki comes up pretty soon after signing here with the Padres organization and going to play for AAA El Paso. The bullpen for tonight, getting back to tonight, it's in a pretty good spot. Honeywell and Cosgrove pitched yesterday because it wasn't very close, so the bullpen has all of the big guys available for tonight, which is good because after Musgrove pitches, hopefully the Padres can be in it. I would think if Musgrove pitches well, the Padres will be in it, at least, even if their offense doesn't score any runs. Maybe it's 2-0 or something like that, 2-1 or 3-1 or 4-1, and the bullpen can keep it close and give the offense a chance there at the end. So we'll see. 7:10 again is the first pitch, not 5:40. Plawecki just signed a deal with the Padres, so he'll be going to El Paso. Dixon, he's at first base again tonight. Azocar, he is back up. And Adam Engel, he is designated for assignment. Aaron Hicks with the Yankees was designated for assignment today, so maybe he ends up coming to the Padres organization as a depth guy if the Padres are like, let's try him out. I probably wouldn't be the biggest fan of that, but if he goes to El Paso, we'll just see how he plays. But definitely not like a major league deal or anything. All right, I did this much longer than I expected to. Pregame thoughts, it's supposed to be shorter, but that Plawecki news just came in, so there you go.